Cats won a first state championship since 1972, and the Hokies win today. That's a good day for this old boy. I'll make my trip to D.C. to see a couple of kids play even more enjoyable. Go ahead.
Mike, what did you like about your defense today?
A lot, David. Ball screen coverage is still getting better. They do have some kids that can score. I thought we did a great job on Stafford. Swiger is a good player. I think he's their second leading scorer. Limit him to 2 points. We had a good day out of our 4 spot. Mackay and Robbie were good, and not because Robbie made a couple of shots. I mean, he you know what you're going to get defensively. You know what you're going to get, in some other areas. To see those guys, move it and screen and help our team was encouraging. Mackay's putting together 2, 3, 4, 5 quality games now, and we're a third of the end of the season. We're 10 games in, so needed to see some things come together, and we did. We weren't great. 10 turnovers to half is disgusting. Padula's going to be fine. I feel certain that he'll be back on Saturday. I hope so. He kind of steadies the ship, if you will. But I thought Rick Steiner acquitted himself quite well. Missed some shots he typically gets down. He competed defensively.
18 assists on 23 made field goals. Did you?
Yeah.
What did you think?
Yeah.
About the way
If we
the ball
didn't kick
moved?
the damn thing into the stands, we had pretty good things going for us. So, good. They share. They're going to put the ball in the right place, and when you're shooting the ball as we did today, Hunter was terrific. Tyler Nickel was good again. Robbie got those 2 down. The game's a lot easier, David, when the ball's going in the basket.
What's the nature of Sean's injury, and how did it happen?
He got hurt in the last play of the Louisville game. The absolute last play, and Huntley Hatfield set a back screen on him at midcourt, and he's twisted a little bit. It's a sprain. It's at the bottom of his foot. We did everything we needed to do to care for him. MRI, X-ray, saw orthopedic surgeon, saw family practice physician. And he's got a little pain below, no swelling. So, how's that for an assessment?
You had some different guys. Obviously, Brandon, MJ handled the ball some today too. What did you think of how you managed without him?
It's going to be a little choppy when you have to go that route. But I thought all in all, Mark, they did a pretty good job.
And obviously, you scored plenty without him, and you made 10 threes, which was one of your better three-point days. Was that what do you attribute the good shooting from 3 today to?
We've practiced better, to get them home. Mark, they're all running together. Get them home, and we took a couple of days off, and we spent a lot of time in the gym just, working on, our skill set, and I think that was paid dividends for us.
You had mentioned after the last game that, with no midweek game this week, you kind of, wanted to work on the team getting better and focus on the team. Anything else you thought kind of paid dividends from the week of work there?
I thought we were more fluid offensively. Still not what I expect from my teams, but better precision, timely passing. Discouraged with 15 for the game, 10 in the first half. But this team is like most all of our teams have handled the ball well. I think it was just a tough day in that category.
Coach, rolling with kind of a new starting lineup, Baran off the bench and Long in a starting spot, what were your kind of impressions on how, your starting 5 performed, and then also just how the mid-game lineups and adjustments went as well?
I think good. I thought Mackay had earned that opportunity, and let's see Robbie, coming off the bench. Sometimes guys are more comfortable in that role. You get a feel for how the game's playing out. You come in 17, 16-minute mark, and you get a shot of enthusiasm for that new guy. Brandon again. I thought he did. I thought he did well. Next man up. Sean is down, and Rex Steiner's got to do it for us. I thought he did some. Really good things. 3 turnovers from our point guard is unacceptable. His shot selection was good. He typically gets a couple of those down. He didn't today.
Mike, your thoughts on Tyler Nichols? Seemed like he started to find his form a little from 3, 4 for 7 today. How important was that, especially ahead of next week in Vermont?
Really, really important, Tim. He's got to guard better. I mean, he had 2 botched plays in the second half that we've gone over and gone over. He knows exactly where he's supposed to be, but he's got to do a better job of eluding screens and fighting for his feet. And having said that, he had a couple of possessions where he did a really nice job with that part of it. So keep getting better.
And I was looking at KenPom. You guys have faced, I think, a top 40 non-conference strength of schedule so far this year. You guys obviously have a tricky one next week with Vermont, a program that's won 7 America East titles in a row.
Said 7.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
John's a hell of a coach.
What are your thoughts on that matchup? I know it's still a week away, a lot of prep for it, but what are your thoughts on that matchup?
That son of a gun beat me in Fort Myers, Florida in an exempt tournament. In 2013 on a last-second prayer that banked in from a really good player. His name escapes me. They are good. I haven't seen any of them yet. Intentionally, I don't. I got enough on my plate to be concerned about games down the road. But we've got, needless to say, we're in exam week. We are in exam week, and that, takes its toll on them mentally, physically. But I think Wednesday's our last day, and we'll have ample opportunity to have it geared up and ready to go. But they are good again. They've had some very good wins. College of Charleston, Liberty beat them. Northeastern, I think they beat Harvard. So it'll be, I told our team, we'll treat this like an ACC game in terms of our preparation, and we'll have them ready.
How much of a benefit, you mentioned you're going to treat it like a prep for an ACC game. How much of a benefit is to have that type of game kind of a couple weeks before the full schedule kicks in?
Well, I mean, I told you when I came here, I never wanted to miss the NCAA tournament because of a lack of strength of schedule. I was aware that our non-conference schedule to date was number 40, 42, 43, which is very good. And, we so far so good. Couple that like to have back. That's not how it works. But we got 2 more with Vermont and then American. So much to do.
Coach, you run a lot of action out of hitting the elbow with bigs. How have you been pleased with how Link Kidd and Poteet have not only worked off that action but also facilitated out of there?
They've been okay. They're both good players. They're not great ball handlers. But so much of our stuff is initiated at the elbow and always has been. They're not kicking it. They've got great hands, but another part of our stuff that we need to get better. We're not far off, and we can get there. It's not a matter of, we got to make wholesale changes around here, but good. Needs to be great. Good question.
You mentioned that you liked what Robbie did on the other end and some of the off-ball stuff he did. How do you feel like he's coming along?
I thought today was a good step. He's a thinker and he's a conscientious person and wants to do everything in his power to help our team. Struggled a little bit offensively, but he knows he's cared for and he knows that he's a big part of it and will continue to be a big part of it as we, move along. I think he's progressing well. Today was a good day to see him, a smile on his face and his shoulders back. He earned that, and we're expecting even better from him as we move along. And he's certainly capable. Is that it?
Mark,
They only made 3 threes today. Did you do certain things to make it tough looks for them? Or
They're not great. They're not great
contested shots?
shooters. They're not great shooters. They've shot 39% on the year from the field, and 32 from 3. I thought Mark that as the game wore on, we were connected and there on the catch. Got beat off the bounce a couple of times, but I thought we did a really good job running them off the arc and not giving them catch and shoot threes. That's a big deal. Best wishes, everybody. Have a good week. Thank you. Thanks for being here.